If Stones Could Tell. Written by Amy Ann Weideman. Illustrated by Daniela Pareschi. Copyright 2019, Edizioni Giannatelli. This is the tale of a place so old, millions of years by the stones are told, of a land once covered by coral and sea, replaced over time by canyons and trees. The first to arrive could neither read nor write. They sheltered in caves of the canyon at night. These nomadic peoples would then move on, in search of food with the next day's dawn. Centuries later, the wandering ceased, when settlers arrived who had come from the east. They domesticated animals such as cows and sheep, and learned to sow and from this to reap. They built their homes of wood and clay, with stone wall corrals where the animals stayed. Centuries later, with metal tools to hollow, some moved to the caves and others then followed. As they tunneled further into the soft limestone, digging out cisterns, churches, and homes, they gradually built in front and around, making the form of what would be a town. With walls and stairs, palaces and streets, and little courtyards where the people would meet. Here they would work, sometimes sing, dance, and play, and within the rock churches many would pray. There were ups, there were downs for this remarkable town, and overall the place knew peace. For many a year the town did prosper, but eventually this affluence ceased. For greed of the rich and neglect of the poor brought terrible blight to many a door. Because of a lack of houses and space, families and beasts huddled in the same place. Disease and poverty spread throughout the land, until one day a man would take a brave stand, not with a gun or a bomb or a blade, but a book from which memory never could fade. The book talked of hunger and great desolation, hoping to wake an entire nation, to do something good and to implore such horrid conditions could go on no more. Several years passed before people took note of the words that one man so courageously wrote. In the end, they decided to build a new town, to move all the people and shut the old one down. Some folks were happy and felt great relief, while others were sad with a feeling of grief at leaving their homes and all they once knew, despite such great hardship and all they'd lived through. In the end it was done, and for some years to come, the place was abandoned, embraced now by none. Well, almost, that is, except for a few exemplary people with vision who knew. How rich the place was, for them it was no mystery. This was a place steeped in culture and history. Through their hard work and sustained perseverance, the old town began now to change in appearance. Homes were restored, new young families came to live in the place that had been marked by shame. With more restoration, it wasn't long after that the old town filled up with artists and crafters, hotels and restaurants, museums, cafes, and holiday cave homes for tourists to stay. However, this is not even close to the end of the story of a town that has yet to realize its glory. Who knows what the stones will tell years from now of a magical city so uniquely endowed.